This video is a little bit different from what I would normally do. I've been camping and making YouTube videos for a year now, and it's flew by. I know you've looked at how long this video is, and you're probably wondering why. This whole video is compiled of all my best and probably favourite camping trips that I've done this year. Throughout the video, I'm just going to talk you through my journey from start to now. Within this year is when I started posting on YouTube consistently. My first wild camp was in September or August of 2023. However, this year is really when I started to ramp things up, and I've posted pretty much every other week on YouTube. This year alone, I not only passed the 1,000 subscriber mark, but the 5,000 subscriber mark. I had no idea that this many people would have subscribed to the channel and this many people would be following my videos. To be honest, when I started, I just wanted to do it and see where it went. And now I'm at 5,000 subscribers. I've got absolutely no idea what this next year's going to bring, but I've got some pretty big things planned. But let's get into the video. Let's go from the very beginning. My first solo wild camp. Now, at the time, I didn't have anywhere near the amount of kit I do now, and nowhere near the experience. I made do, borrowed some kit, took a tent that weighed nearly 5 kilo, a sleeping bag that was not rated for the temperatures that I was using it in. I didn't have a cook kit, so I just ate cold food. I just made do with what I had, and honestly, it was one of the best adventures that I've ever had. I absolutely love being outdoors, and one of the greatest things about it is being able to feel that independence and that ability to go pretty much anywhere and spend the night. There's a certain self-sufficiency that comes from that that's really satisfying, and not only am I getting to do that, I'm getting to make videos, and I love making videos. In terms of the adventures, things are going to get ramped up. Before I go into any more detail on that though, let's just get started into the camps through the year. So here's my first solo wild camp. Today I'm doing my first solo wild camp, and I'm at Errol's Seat. Home sweet home. I've pitched the tent on a slope slightly, tiny little bit, so I'm going to wake up and probably be down here. After setting up camp, I spent some time relaxing and chilling out. I'm going to get the sleeping mat put down and my sleeping bag. Sleeping mat all done, and then the sleeping bag, I've already brought that out of its bag. Look at that view, my god. I'm going to wake up to this in the morning. After setting that up, I'm going to put my only lamp, which is a bike light. I'm going to hook that to the lantern hook, and that'll be my only source of light. So now I'm going to have my dinner and chill, and then I'm going to take photos. Tonight's dinner is beans, baked beans and homemade chicken jerky. I don't have a gas cooker with me, so I'm eating cold, and I decided beans and this, which is amazing by the way. I don't know how I made it, but is the choice. So after a long night of watching the stars and taking photos, it's bedtime. After a long day of taking photos and hiking, I was ready to hit the mat. So, I've just woken up. It's, I think, 6. Check. I was going to be getting up at 6:15, but yeah, I ended up waking up at 10 to 6, and I've just took about 20 minutes to get ready, get myself sorted to come out. And first light is meant to be in a minute from now, so it's beautiful. The sleep was rough. Sleep was really rough because I pitched the tent on a slope, but you can see out in the valley and out where the windmills are. There you go. You can see all the clouds have laid. It's stunning. There's the moon that we had last night. It lit up the full landscape practically the whole night. I woke up at about 4:45 in the morning and I could see the moon through the tent. Could just see the glare of it. Got the sun coming up now. After a night of cold, uncomfortable sleep and waking up a handful of times at the bottom of the tent, I couldn't wait to feel the heat of the sun. For breakfast, what I'm having is a tuna mayo wrap. I brought 2 wraps because I was going to make a honey and peanut butter wrap, but I didn't have anywhere to put the honey or peanut butter, so I just brought the wrap. I don't know if I'll make 2. I'll try and make 2. And I've got little mayo sachets. Obviously all of the rubbish that I've got is going to be going in a bag and coming with me. There's a sheep like 20 metres over there. There's the sheep. It won't look up. Oh, there it looks. Rubbish. So right along the ridge there, you can see the mist just below the cloud line. I really did love the lonely, quiet moments I had while watching the landscape. It was really peaceful. So that's the tent packed away. I had a real struggle with that little guy down there, the sleeping mat. It was absolute torture to put away. So I've got the bag packed, as you can see, and I've got my quick door there, I've got my wee spade and my monopod that I'm going to use as my walking stick, and we're off. So now we can say bye to Errol's seat. I'll be back another day for sure. Just beautiful up here. Just going to stop up for a little minute and grab some food out. Having a kiwi and some banana chips. So that's us at the base of Dumgoyne. It's really big when you're up close, and the valleys around. If you've watched this far, thanks for joining me on my first solo wild camp. I'll see you next time. I remember a huge feeling of excitement when I went on that first camp, and as you've seen, the landscape was absolutely gorgeous. You could see Loch Lomond, Ben Lomond, the start of the Western Highlands. It was just such a beautiful trip. And I felt as though something felt really right about it. I was supposed to be there, and it was all the little things that added up. The weather, I felt alright physically. I didn't feel off, I didn't feel too fatigued. You know, I had my camera, the little time lapses that I took, even just the simple shot of the birds flying around the fencing, it felt right. I want to be very clear, these aren't really in any particular order in terms of favouritism. These are just kind of in chronological order of what I liked. So the second one is my second trip up to Errol's Seat. I loved this trip because I had the kit to do it. I had the appropriate kit, my bag was the appropriate weight, and again it just felt right. Even though it was colder temperatures and it hit a low of 3 degrees, I just enjoyed it. The thing that stood out most to me was the sleep that I got. I think I slept for about 7 or 8 hours straight, and I remember just waking up and feeling so refreshed. On top of that, again, the scenery was just beautiful, the landscapes, the highlands, it was just immaculate. So if you haven't seen it already, I hope you enjoy. In this video, I'm backpacking and camping on the highest hill in the Campsie Fells. I'm hiking 10k to and from my campsite, eating good food, enjoying the peace and quiet, taking photos on film, finding a secret note, and sleeping like a log. Come and join me. I've got my tripod with me for filming, and I've only now realised I've left the quick release plate for my camera to use the tripod at home. This thing's practically dead weight now. I hope I can try and work out how I can use it. There's a lamb over there stood on its mum's back, just chilling. Look. Something that I'm kind of worried about is the forecast for Errol's Seat says that the wind is going to be between 20 and 32 miles an hour at some points tonight and today. So I'm quite worried about how strong that's going to be for when I'm pitching my tent and even packing away. Right out there, that big body of water that you see, that's Loch Lomond. This looks like a cosy wee spot. Wow, that's such a break for the wind, oh my god. Right as I was about to leave, that's a sheep's bone. Yeah. Right, I just got my shoes absolutely filled with water, and that is freezing. That's weird, I was hiking along, there's some frog spawn on the ground. That's so weird. It is so good to sit down after a 3-hour hike. Oh, I've been excited to eat this. Ham, chorizo, cheese. That was good. So I've managed to get the tripod working and I've worked out a spot that I want to pitch on. It's a little bit dodgy and I'm not 100% confident that it's going to be flat, but I'm not entirely bothered. At the end of the day, it's one night of sleep. Let's get the tent out. I've pitched on like thick moss, so it's like cushioning. Oh my god, that's so comfy. Yeah, I could sleep. I could genuinely go for a nap. I only got about 4 hours sleep last night, so I'm running off a pretty empty tank. Boom, a pillow. Right here where I've pitched the tent, 10 metres away from pretty perfect service, no service. So what I'm going to do is just move the tent 10 metres that way where there's absolutely brilliant service. We're on a slight slope, ever so slightly, but I'm quite happy. I have to be honest, I'm just happy to be here. Look at the pack size on that. So I went to I couldn't really find any flat ones for some reason, and I found a like butterfly thingy that somebody's dropped by the looks of it. Just that, and then this is what I was doing. I lifted, I can't find the rock, I lifted this rock off of here, and there's a wooden block, and I lifted the wooden block. I can't tell if I've just found a geocache. I haven't opened it, I haven't touched it at all. There's something in it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a geocache. That's so cool. Oh, there's a note. There's a note. Let's give this a read. That is, wow. So it's a bunch of people's names with dates on it. So I think it's just people that are like, you know, like they were here. So there's 2024, 2023. I can't tell if that says 2018 on it, or it was the 31st of the 8th. That's really cool. So there was no goodies in it, but it's just a little... I don't have a pen either. Oh man. I'll just put that exactly back where I found it. That's an unexpected wee surprise. Dinner tonight, chicken and mushroom, pasta and sauce. It's not as good as I anticipated, but not complaining. I'm going to put some hot water in this, just to act as a little foot warmer down the bottom of the bag. I think this will be fine because it's HDPE plastic. I'm ready for my bed, I can tell you that right now. It's going to hit a low of 3 degrees tonight, so then I'll put my comfy hat over it. My missus made me this hat. She crocheted it. It is genuinely the comfiest hat out of every hat I've got, and I've got like 5. My feet are so cold. Oh, they've been frozen all day. And at least since I got them wet. I'm off to bed, folks. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, folks. Good morning. It's 10 to 8. I slept like a log. It's all foggy. I'm gonna fairly quickly get these dishes cleaned, get up, take some film photos, and then start getting packed away. I'm gonna get packed up now. I put my camera cube outside my bag because right out there where the little rocks are, and over here as well, I want to get shots of Loch Lomond, but I need to be quick, so it's going to be a matter of fling my bag down, whip out my camera, get my shots, put it back on and go. I think that was one of my best camp outs yet. Right, that's us through the first horrible boggy bit. There's Errol's seat up there. Oh, the next big bog. I got round it over here last time. Yeah, that's a bit of water in now. That's the thing with the moss. You can never really tell if it's going to be a hard bit of ground, a really firm step, or swallow your whole foot. Just look at this. Look. That's hard. Right there in the centre. That just swallows your whole foot. So you need to watch that you don't roll your ankle, because there's people who I think would 100% probably roll and pop their ankle and tear a couple of ligaments doing this sort of thing, especially in this ground. As much as I would love to stop here and get some shots, I think I'm far better off going to the peak behind me and getting my shots up there. I can see Loch Lomond really clearly over here, but I think I'm far better off to just keep hiking. Straight over there is a big bog that I'm going to have to go over, and there's a second one further up. My feet are actually relatively dry, which is a nice surprise. Bog number 2, 3. Right, and then here's the next one. Look at the view. So if I'm not wrong, out that direction is towards the Cairngorms National Park. I'm not entirely confident on that, but I think it's that direction generally, and this is the other parts of the Highlands. So Ben Lomond is straight over there, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's Ben Lomond for sure. And then Loch Lomond. And this is only the beginning of what you see in the Highlands. Anyways, I need to stop talking and keep walking and get my feet wet. That's brilliant. Oh no. Ah, it's super wet. Yep, that's full of water. It's brilliant. It was going to happen. It wasn't a matter of if, it was when. Oh, that knee's giving me some bother. Here. Is that a Kit Kat? Not a bad choice, but just pick it up. Oh. Before I start this incline, I'm going to take a break on one of these rocks. Whoa, my jacket's just fell off. I'm glad it was only my jacket. That's us just about done. Man. Done. This feels like a good place to end off the video, folks. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing and maybe even leave a wee like. I'm Wild Camping Adam, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. The satisfaction I got after doing that camp out was really quite nice. I just particularly remembered the feeling of the first camp out that I'd done and wishing I had the ideal gear to do it, and when I went back up there again it was like I was revisiting that feeling, but I had the kit. Moving on to the next best one, it was the Lochside bikepacking trip that I did with my missus. That trip was just fantastic. The very first camp that we had ever done was at that exact same spot. We didn't have the bikes and we didn't have kit that was reasonably light enough. I remember the hike from Aberfoyle to that campground took us about 5.5 hours, and on Google Maps it's supposed to take you 3 or 2.5 even. When we revisited that spot again, we did the bike pack, and that's what that video ended up being. And again, it felt great because we had the right kit, we had that safety net of the bikes, and it was just nice. Again, it felt right, it felt like we were supposed to be there. While I was editing this video, I sat down and I was chopping up the clips to just shorten them a little bit, cut out some stuff that you didn't really need to see, and I found myself getting lost in that video, and I ended up watching the entire video without cutting anything out. So I had to go back and actually keep myself engaged in editing. It's one of my favourite videos that I've made, so enjoy. In this video, me and my missus are bike packing and wild camping on a Scottish loch. We're travelling 5k on our bikes, enjoying the views, enjoying nature, eating good food, struggling with the midges, taking photos on film and enjoying the peace and quiet. Come and join us. I'm not feeling too bad with the bag on my back, and Lauren's doing pretty good herself. We've been stopping here and there, but nothing terrible. It's really enjoyable on a bike out here. You get to enjoy the scenery much more because you're not puffed out and sore walking with a big bag on your back. You're just getting to plod along at your own pace and not worry about anything really. You can just enjoy the views. Another stop. It's too tough. What? Let's see this map. There you go. Beep, 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 beep. Right, here we are. We've both decided to go to the spot that we were last at when we were here, so it's literally 2 minutes round the corner. We're going to see if anybody has taken it because it is a permit zone. If anyone has, we'll have a wee look around the permit zone, see what we can find, but if not, that's our spot. Ready? Ready. Go for it. Now I can't keep up there. There it is. Down the hill. We've made it. very windy is the only downside. Oh wow. Oh, look at that. Someone's left a tea bag.
Somebody's hat.
I think we might try and clean up this place. Someone said a fire there. And another one.
Yep.
And then someone's left more rubbish. How's that? Is it cold?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Right, I need to get my bag down.
No one? How do you feel?
Very good. Compared to coming here without the bikes, I mean, my god. The bikes were well worth it.
Yes.
Home bargains, flapjacks. How much are they? Are they 39p?
I think so.
They,
Have like 500 calories.
yeah, they've got like 570 per the, this is like the chocolate coated ones on top.
Yeah.
They're like perfect for out hiking. It's lovely out here.
You see the wee duck?
There's a wee duck. Look.
They like crumbled oats. Probably sink. I'll hold it out, not come to me.
I've just decided I'm going to drink out the loch. Obviously not straight, but we've got the life straw. I know I should probably avoid doing it where I can, but life straw. It's like lukewarm. There's like a weird taste. Right, I'm going to stick this tent up. I'm thinking I'll put the tent up right over in the same spot that we pitched the last time we were here. The wind's really quite picking up, so I'm sorry for the audio. Right, that's the inner up. All I need to do is stick the outer on and then we're finished. Oh. Right. I'm gonna get this sleeping mat out now. This is mine for tonight. There we go. So you can see how spacious it is. It's not. It looks a lot more than it is because the camera's on the widest setting it can go. But
Believe me, it's not.
yeah, it's not. I mean, my head touches the inner.
I think for the price and the space you do get, I don't think it's bad. But
It's okay. It's
a good
actually.
starter tent.
I think, see now that the both of us are in it, after every time I've used it, I've always like remembered it being a lot smaller because I always have my kit lying in with me. You don't have to have that. Like a lot of people can buy a one-person tent and it's fine. See, this is where you start to see the effects of the space in the tent. There wasn't even a rating on Lauren's bag, so
No, it's old.
we're hoping that she can actually sleep warm. But you're taking the colder bag because I'm usually the colder sleeper.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're probably going to make dinner soon, to be honest. I've got 2 pasta and sauces and Lauren's got
2 packets of cocoa noodles. Yum.
girl dinner.
Girl dinner for sure.
Camera makes it look even better. They are so cute.
Wait. Oh, but I'm gonna give them a wee bit of flapjacks.
We're giving them some more flapjack, but none of the chocolate.
are lovely.
Oh,
You're okay. Doesn't like you.
I think I scared her.
Yeah.
I scared her. I gave her a little fright. I feel bad.
Feel good, we saved some duckies today.
Half the ball.
It's for yours, eh? Just like
No, they will. If
I lost a lot of the seasoning, but it's okay. We always like our noodles quite dry as well.
it makes the seasoning like 10 times better. And then I'm going to use the starchy water for my pasta, because I'm having pasta and sauce. I might have 2 of them, I don't know. We're going to end up having to crack out the headlamp and stuff soon, because the sun's just going right down. And then even better, I'm getting the rest of Lauren's dinner. Okay.
You very near ripped that out my hand.
Sorry. There's a lot of geese that have been flying over. Can hear them.
No, we can hold that. Oh, is it one?
First, second time.
Not bad.
So the stove's just primed, but Lauren wants hand warmers. She's getting a wee bit chilly. Whoa. Okay, that was nearly a disaster.
That was nearly a disaster. That'll do.
Because when I use them, if you keep them, it's weird, if you keep them warm, they stay warm longer. There we go, and you give them a good shake. Right, you want both?
Yes, please.
Just realised, I think we're done.
Don't say that.
I was
You only get 10% battery, so it better be done. Good.
and that's a good thing, we've got a body of water beside us to wash our dishes. Just x-rayed that. We're getting absolutely eaten alive by midges. I covered myself in this spray stuff. They've kind of left me alone, but they're still bothering Lauren. We're trying to get in the tent as fast as we can. Right folks, excuse the red light, but me and Lauren have spent the past half hour, 45 minutes battling midges. We got in the tent and the tent was absolutely full of them. There was at least like 50 probably across 2 several occasions, because Lauren got in, got herself sorted, and then I got in and there was even more. So we've sprayed the whole tent, just covered it in midge repellent spray, and I took my headlamp, I turned it on full power and I chucked it outside, and I left it for a couple of minutes, turned off all the lights in the tent and let all the midges go towards it, and then tried to shoo out all the ones that were in here. Kind of worked, but there's still been a few that I've had to squish. I've got a couple of bags in here with us that have to go out, they have to go in the vestibule beside me, so I'm going to get this light off, get those bags out, and then head to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Good morning folks, it's about 7:30. We got in bed last night at about 11. That's when we actually went to bed, but about us getting sleep, that was a different story. Lauren struggled through the night to stay warm. Had to give her quite a lot of hand warmers. Oh man. Breakfast, I know it's not the healthiest option. Caloric though. So I was just sat having breakfast. Lauren didn't want to eat anything, but she said she's feeling quite ready to go. So we're going to try and get out here earlier than we'd set. I really want to shoot my film, so I'm going to try and get that done as soon as I can. We've got the tent down. All I need to do is stick the outer maybe in a dry bag. It doesn't really need it. Surprisingly, there wasn't much condensation on the outer, but I need to get my bag packed. Lauren got hers packed while I was shooting film, which was a fairly smart choice, but I'll get mine done and we're off. Lauren's decided she's going to take the step ahead and I'll catch up with her on the trail because I'm literally just about to be finished, so I'll see you in 2 minutes. This was a good spot to camp. We only really managed to clean up the wee can that we'd seen. We've left the poles in the glass bottle, especially the glass bottle is just too heavy. The poles, we don't really have space to take them, so we've at least stayed in the can, flattened that, stuck it in my bag. So right, now the race is on. Where's Lauren? Still don't see her. There she is. Fancy seeing you here. Did you get too warm? Yeah. So we've just been plodding along, taking fairly regular breaks. Lauren's feeling it, she's got bike bum. We're struggling a wee bit with the bikes here and there. I'm still struggling with my back brake. Lauren's struggling with her gears as well, but we're doing okay.
I ran over my water bottle. Oh my
The bottle came out of the bottle holder and went under her back tyre.
The thing is, this hasn't been drank a sip out of. How did that not pop?
I thought you threw a red shell. Right, don't try and banana peel me. Aye. Down a goer.
I think it's the last wee incline, isn't it?
Yeah. There's the sign there that says Lockhard. We did that the whole of the way.
Right, let's see if I can do this wee path then.
Right, because we walked this last time.
We did. Well, no, we cycled from like the wee fountain bit.
Oh yeah,
remember?
yeah.
But I nearly crashed a few times.
Yeah.
But now I feel a wee bit more confident.
That's Lauren's bike, it's just that fast. Oh, Aberfoyle. Right folks, I think that's a good place to end off the video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Wild Camping Adam, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed that video, but this next one is on the same level as the Lock Bike Pack in terms of my favourite videos that I've made. That was the trip I did to Arran without a tent. When I was planning that video, I don't think I really comprehended the severity of really what I was about to do and how much it would mean to me. I was so focused on safeguards and making sure that everything was in place so that
it would work out. I think I also didn't want to scare myself out of the experience because I knew what I was about to do. For my skill set and my experience was huge. I just wanted to put myself in focus mode and get as far as I could, and you know, not overdo it but not underdo it. Try and push myself outside of my comfort zone, and I certainly did that. I won't ruin the video for you, but it was one of the best experiences I've had in my life in the outdoors. It was just fantastic. The landscapes, the water, as simple as just the water, was phenomenal. The whole experience, it's very hard to summarise it and put it into one little block of words. You just need to watch, so enjoy the video. Before I run the video, again, I have to say, when I was editing and chopping down this video, I found myself getting lost in it again and just watching it. I found myself in the exact same position as I did when I was editing the Loch bike pack, so I had to go back from the start and edit it all again. So before I went to Arran, the highest that I'd ever climbed and camped was at Errol Seat, which was about 560 metres tall. When I went to the mountains of Arran though, my goal was to climb the second tallest mountain on Arran, Castellavall. Castellavall stands at 859 metres tall, which was pretty much 1.5 times what I'd originally done before. The only difference was the terrain was a whole lot more steep and a whole lot more rugged. Now I'll be honest, I bit off more than I could chew with that one. Even without a tent, I had too much weight on my back. I was carrying this jacket, I had my bike repair kit, I had stuff that I didn't really need. So I ended up getting to Sued for Gas, which is the mountain that's just beside Castellavall. That stands at 634 metres tall, so that's been my new record this year. I think my favourite moment that I've ever had while I've been out camping was when I was on that trip. It was when I woke up at about 4 in the morning and I sat up and I seen the sunrise in front of me over the Isles and the Highlands, and I looked behind me and there was a blood moon setting over the mountains and the stars were right above me. I've cut out some bits, but this is pretty much the whole adventure, so enjoy. Well, Camping Adam here folks, and in this video I'm using trains, bikes, ferries and my own 2 feet so that I can explore the mountains of Arran. I'm seeing the best views that I've ever seen in my life, doing some photography. I've got no tent, no midgie spray, and things haven't went entirely to plan. It's been one hell of an adventure, so come and join me for the ride. I thought it was 10k, but it was actually 12. Let's get this over with and get a nice well deserved break, and then we'll think about the hike. I've taken the pannier bag off my bike and I'm hanging it off the back of my bag. I need it because I've got my only windproof jacket in there. Right, and that's us off folks. Say bye bye to the bike till tomorrow. Bye bye. I've not left anything. The journey I've got ahead of me is 6 kilometres. In those 6 kilometres I'm going to be climbing 961 metres of elevation and going down 140 metres of elevation. Castellavall is the mountain that I want to be sleeping on tonight. It stands at 859 metres tall. I'm just going to cut in there folks. I pronounce it wrong the entire video. It's not Castellavall, it's Castellavall or Castellavall. Castellavall, that sounds more Scottish. Enjoy. I think it very closely follows in the footsteps of Goat Fell in terms of its altitude, because Goat Fell stands at 874 metres tall.
this would be a brilliant spot to camp. Look at how flat this is. But I'm going up there. And you can also tell what direction the wind primarily blows through this valley just by looking at the ferns. Look at the shape. I went a wee bit off track with the direction that I was going, but no wonder. It's like a magnet, that view. I'd like to know what all those wee purple flowers are as well, because they're beautiful. Look at all those flowers. I can't tell if they're ice sheets. The big kind of shimmery, silvery areas. I can see what looks like a stream coming from the right hand side, but these sides kind of look like still. I don't know if it's the kind of rock that they are or it's actually ice, but either way, it's pretty. I didn't bring midgie spray, and I'm very well aware because of that there are midges around me. This side of the mountain is covered in the lovely purple and sort of lilac colour flowers. Wow. This. I'm not wrong, I think that's a cottonwood. Thanks to the Outdoor Boys channel, I know that they grow near where there's loads of water. So if you can see a cottonwood tree, there's definitely going to be a stream of some kind nearby. And that's what that looks like. We're halfway there on altitude and I've been hiking for coming up on 2 hours, so I'm guessing it's going to take me another 2 hours to get to Castilla Bale. I'm going to really monitor how I'm doing physically, and if it's too much I'm not doing it. I don't want to put myself in a dangerous position. That's not scary at all. Looks like one of these has already fallen before. Let's just hope that's not today that'll happen. Wow, I need to get a shot of that. Look at that little sunspot out there. Wow. These are some sketchy stones. Whoa. And that big one just wobbled. That one right there just wobbled. Right. I'm over that saddle. Look at the view. And I'm only about 400 metres up at this point. There's a bit of a wee break in front of that view. That break was quite well earned, and I realised while I was on my break I've lost my glasses, and there's a frog. There's straight up a frog in there. Look. Look. Mountain frog. Mountain frog. Anyway, let's not squish that little guy. I realised while I was on my break, I've lost my glasses. I had them in the right bottle holder of my running waist bag here, and they're gone. Man, what a view to cheer me up, eh? Right, now let's not lose my sunglasses. I don't want to lose both pairs in one day. Oh my god, wow. Look at that. That is. And I was worried about calling these mountains and getting the terminology wrong. I think I know what a mountain looks like now. And a beautiful big windbreak. If your tent or your bivvy's small enough. I would easily say there were some couple of hundred midges just back there, and I had to rush through that little segment. I'm having a little look up ahead, and I think that's Castilla Bale. Now, by looking at that, I can confidently say I'm not sure I'm going there tonight, because I've already went quite some distance and I'm feeling it in my legs, and I'm worried that I push myself that bit too hard and I end up injured. And believe me, I do not want to be injured out here. I'm gonna seriously consider camping out here tonight if I can, right down here, somewhere along this saddle. One of the other things that's concerning me is the amount of midges up here is a lot, and I don't have my balaclava and my J spray, and you know, I'm really kind of doubting that the midges are going to go away at any point. My only other hope is that the wind picks up and that deters the midges. Generally speaking, when the wind's at about 5 miles per hour or higher, the midges will back away and they'll land and stay on the ground. The wind's not really been too consistent. It is kind of just picked up now, but I would rather it was a consistent breeze so that I know I can settle for the night. Let's see what I can do up here. The next course of action is going to be hiking all the way down to this ridge, because that was the last spot that I didn't have any bother with the midges. So the forecast for the wind is looking roughly like it's going to be in my favour tonight. We've got roughly 6 mile an hour winds down to about 4 mile an hour winds up until midnight, so it's varying between 6 and 4, and we've got some gusts of about 12 miles an hour. I feel like I'm the weatherman on the news. I feel like I'm telling you the weather. Look at the view. Out this direction, I think, is roughly the kind of beginning of the Highlands. The Highlands are a little bit further. You can just roughly see the peaks over in the distance, but this sort of hilly area, I think, is the Isle of Bute. What a view. Wow. I think I'm due my dinner because it is 10:15.
One of my biggest concerns, folks, is that I have not refilled my water. Currently I'm sitting at about just under 2 litres of water, which should get me through. I think I'll have more than enough water to make my dinner, which is going to be pasta and sauce, and get me through tomorrow. So I've upgraded my fuel from methylated spirits to bioethanol. This stuff's also much better for the environment because it's made from 100% oils. I got it. Second try. It's quite dirty, but I don't have the water to spare to clean up grass. This dangerous sponge and dishcloth for you. Right, before I get in my sleep, I'm gonna get to do one of the best things that you can do when you're out. Is change your socks. Oh, it's always a nice feeling. Right, folks, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, folks. It's 27 and really struggled to sleep the past few hours. I'm not sure how many hours of sleep I got, maybe 5, something like that. Right, I'm gonna get my breakfast. There's a little ladybug. New friend. I'm an avid Billie Eilish enjoyer. I'm gonna look like I've got clown paint on my face because I always struggle to like fully rub it in. I'm like a wee boy. I need my sunscreen done. Mum, can you do my sunscreen? At least if I get in an emergency, the mountain rescue team will be able to see me because I'll just be a white blinding spot. That's the good thing about having a bivvy. It takes you like 5 minutes to break down camp rather than 15 or 20, because it takes me quite a while to break down camp with my tent. I suppose the stress and time of doing that is worth it because you get quite a lot of comfort out of it. Look at this over here as well. Wow. Look at that. Oh wow, I'm tendering at my chest. Well, goodbye to this spot. Until next time. Let's get one last look over the edge. Until next time. There we go, hike mode's on. And off we go. Is this pretty or what, folks?
Well, this is already a quad workout. I've been going for 5 minutes and it's already getting me. Wow. I need to be very careful at the steeper part that's over this ridge line through the clouds, because that part, it drops about 200 metres from the very top, and if you fall you're probably going to go the full 200 metres, so it's kind of a deadly drop. I swear I feel like the Scottish outdoor boys. Luke was obviously the biggest inspiration. That was really too quick. Get a wee bit of a fright there. Luke was the main inspiration for my channel, and I think it shows through. Let's go and get a look over this ridge. That out there's the valley. And that's all you can see. Right, it's actually quite hard to see if I'm on track with the trail, because these clouds are rolling in and it's blocking my vision. I think we're on track. I can see the cottonwood tree just down in the distance, so I'm on the right track, which is a good sign. Mr. Cottonwood. Also, I'm not sure if this is natural cotton. These sort of fluffy, I think that's natural cotton. I'm collecting resources, guys. I just need 3 of these and 3 wood, and then I can make a bed. There's loads, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, it's everywhere. It's just spotted. Just stood in a puddle, didn't I? Yoink. I'll have clays before I know it. That's just a brilliant fire starter, surely. Look at all that. Pick on me, folks. Let's get that little guy off. So I'm guessing that cotton has maybe got a lot of ticks on it. Well, that's what the culprit is. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to have to do a thorough tick check when I'm back at the ferry terminal, just to make sure I've got none on me. I've found about 2 more ticks since the last one, so I think I really need to be vigilant with doing a thorough check when I get the opportunity all over my body. Right, okay. I'm okay. This is nasty terrain, man. Trails are so hard to see as well. Look, that's why I'm getting so tripped up. Because you just can't see the depth and your perception's thrown off because of it. Whoa. Okay, and then there's slightly muddy bits. Oh, I'm exhausted, folks, and I've still got 12k after I get to Sannox on my bike, and I've still got water to filter. So I'm reaching the Sannox burn now just in time, because I'm running on about 200 ml of water left. Anyways, one last goodbye to the view. I will be back here one day and maybe we'll see the view from Castilla Bell, eh? But look how clear that water is. Mate, I could swim in that. Look at that. Look at that. Is that pretty or what? Right, I've got a good taste for how clear the water is. Check this out. clear, eh? It does not get any better than that. Well, that was brilliant. I'm going in my little cage. There we go. Well, looking at my legs, folk, I've got bad news. I've been bitten at least twice. I've got 2 ticks on me. So I need to get my tweezers out and get them off as soon as I can. That's only on the one leg. Aha! Got 'em. So I'm going to take the ticks that I've got and I'm going to stick them on the sticky side of a plaster and just squash it to make sure they're dead. There's still the pincers in me there. Now that's the only problem. I don't know how long they've had me bitten. I need to shave my legs, I swear. Give me some hair removal cream. Some nasty little creatures. I've got about an hour and 10 minutes to kill, so look folks, there's another tick bite. That one's like extra red as well. Oh, that was clean. That's another one. Wow, okay. So that's what, 4, possibly 5 on that leg. That's definitely another one in there. See it? That was another clean one right off. Oh, and there's another. Mate, that's like 6 total. There's another one back there. Right there. How many more, eh? I don't even want to check my other sock. Mortified. There's another one. Is that another one? Yep, that's another one. Ah, man. There's 3 more. 4. Make that 4. That's another 10. If I didn't already have lung disease, I probably do now. Thanks for watching the video, folks. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Wild Camping Adam, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. I really hope you enjoyed that video. To this day, I can't comprehend that whole trip. It was just magical. The next one of my favourites after that was a whole lot more mellow, but just as much fun. That was my trip to the 500-year-old Glengarnock Castle. I took my camera, I took only the inner and my tent,
and I forgot a hat, and that came back to bite me. All round, the trip to Glengarnock Castle was fun. You know, it was much more mellow, it was chill, and I just kind of got to take things at a slower pace, and I think I really needed that, so enjoy the video. Well, Camping Adam here. I'm hiking to a 500-year-old castle to explore its abandoned remains. Along the way I'm doing some photography. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, the scenery. More important than not, I'm bringing you along for the journey. Come and join me. Wow. It's clear that there's been some people having a barbecue or something in here. So loads of rubbish. That looks quite unstable. This is the other entrance into that wee cellar, I think. Oh wow. That little grey square up on the wall there is a plaque that commemorates the castle and when it was built and all sorts. I've got a feeling that I'm not going to be able to camp here tonight, just based off of how much long grass and rough terrain there is. So Glengarnock Castle is estimated to have been built in about the 15th century, between 1400 and 1542. I've got a good idea, why don't we get the camera out and get some shots, eh? I'm shooting on my little pancake today. It's not the best lens, I just like it. It's nice. I think I fancy doing some double exposures. While I'm not entirely done taking photos for today, I think it's best if I go and find a campground, somewhere nice and flat that I can pitch the tent on.
I've made my new invention, the hat. Protects me from the sun because I didn't bring sunglasses or a hat. The hat. I'm genuinely going to wear this because my eyes are drying out from the wind and the sore from the sun.
That'd be along just for a week today, so as I knew without the outer, wind would probably chill me quite a wee bit while I was in my bag. So I'm just going to use this as my mini outer, if you will. My god, directions the wind. That way. I feel like if I jump with this, I'm going to fly away. I've made an airbed. I've got a wee comfort food with me. Loads and loads of flapjacks with me and I've not touched one of them. And each of them total up to about 600 calories, so we've brought enough food for like 2 days. Oh, that's brilliant. It's a huge thing. I fancy getting in this tent. Let's do the fun bit. Let's get fresh socks on and do a little tip check. It looks like covering all of my clothes in bug spray really did do a number to keep them away. Take notes, people. I say that more towards myself. We'll not go there. Ah, that is lovely. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Right, folks. I'm gonna head off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, folks. I got a fairly good sleep. Nothing special, but the main two things I struggled with was the slight slope, but my solution to that was to stuff my jacket underneath the sleeping mat, and it's held me in an okay position. And then just the wind, whenever there was a gap in my sleeping bag, the cold air was kind of coming in. When I cinched it up just tight enough, I didn't really have any problems. So my alarm clock this morning was cows in a field nearby screaming. Right, I need to get stuff going. Do you know what I do fancy? Paper. Rubbish. Past the hole. See, look at all these clothes I've packed down the side of the mat just to keep it level. And then I've got my little sitting mat in here. There you go. Right, time to get the cold trousers on. Before I head off, I want to get some more photos of that castle because the lighting is just completely different today. The overcast clouds just make the light really soft, so it's a totally different picture compared to what I was getting yesterday. Yesterday the castle was mostly backlit and the sunlight was really harsh, but when you get this soft overcast cloud, it can make for some really neat black and white photos. I don't have long though, I've got just over 20 minutes.
second I got myself out of the wind, there was just clouds of midges. So I ripped out my head net, put some bug spray on, and let's see if that does a number on them. I know I look daft. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, folks. If you did and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing to the channel. The support helps a ton and it keeps me motivated to keep putting out these videos. I'm Will Camping Adam and I'll see you in 2 weeks. I really hope you enjoyed that video. I think my favourite part about that trip was the photos and seeing just such an old bit of history. That's one of my favourite things about living in Scotland, is a lot of the places that you can go have history, you know. There's so much that you can find in the outdoors in Scotland, and I think it's a complete gift that I get to live here and this is my back door. The next trip after I went to Glengarnock Castle was the Garnock Spout waterfall trip. This solo trip was really fun. It was really remote and it felt like a proper backpacking adventure, you know. There wasn't much elevation involved, it was just a slow, gradual upwards hike, and I got to see Garnock Spout waterfall and that was beautiful. I took my camera on that trip as well and I got some photos of the little rock pools at the very top of the waterfall. While I didn't actually manage to go down to the bottom of the Spout waterfall, just seeing the pools alone and just getting to relax there was amazing, so enjoy the video. In this video I'm hiking through Scotland's lowlands so that I can find a hidden waterfall. I'm doing some photography, capturing the small pools at the top of the waterfall, spending the night out here enjoying the peace and quiet and having a great time. Come and join me for the adventure. Well, I am about 35 to 40 minutes away from Garnock Spout waterfall and I feel quite good. The only pain that I'm feeling is kind of in my shoulders because of the weight of my pack. I've got about 12 to 14 kilo on my back. It is so quiet. I'm not going to lie to you, that thing stepped up to me as if it was going to ram me, and now it's running, but it was showing a wee bit different body language before I turned the camera on. Well folks, this officially marks the farthest point that I came when I was bike packing. I decided at this spot that my legs were too jacked up and I had just pretty much clocked in about 27 to 28 miles. This is steep. I'm not sure if you can make that out, but I think that's a pipeline up there. I think it's some sort of pipeline that goes through these hills. Maybe out to the windmill. Seen a wee hare bolt round this corner. It spotted me and ran right off. I'm telling you, I have no idea how foxes and other animals can catch them. The thing was off. That over there's Merkin Spout waterfall, or at least where it's coming from. But right over this ridge is Garnock Spout. That up there's Merkin Spout. I'm not visiting that today. Whoa. That is pretty. Wow. Oh, that is far. This has been a beautiful spot to photograph. It's been absolutely gorgeous. But now I've got quite a bit of hiking to do to get to my campground. It's all the way back at that windmill. Well, goodbye to this spot for now. Makes you feel so small when you come to places like these. It is 7:45 and I've got a ways to go. And sunset is at 9:30. That waterfall down there has got me gobsmacked. I can't help myself, I need to get some photos of that waterfall. This rocky terrain and path is really sore in barefoot shoes. Anybody else who wears barefoot shoes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you stand on one stone just right, it's awful. Well, I'm just about done setting up my bed, folks. All I need to do is get my sleeping bag out, but it's coming on to 10 o'clock. I think I'm due my dinner. Right, I think while I'm making my dinner, I am gonna get in the sleeping bag. Right. Right, no ticks. From what I can see anyway, I'll do a more thorough check when I'm home. Right, now the good bit. Usually I do this before bed. Comfy socks and comfy trousers, and then I'm going to put my balaclava on and my hat. Oh, I say it every time, I know, but it's genuinely one of my favourite feelings in the world. Man, I've not brought my comfy trousers. That's unfortunate. I don't think it's actually too safe to cook out there tonight. I'm maybe going to see about cooking just outside the vestibule on this side, but I'm just too worried about the wind. I don't think this is a good idea to make dinner. I'm just going to skip out on it for tonight. It's a shame, but I'd rather be safe. That just wasn't safe. I tried to prop up the door with the monopod on my tripod and it was just far too flimsy. Giant strawberries, shortbread,
flapjacks. Even though that wind's calmed right down, right now I know it's just going to pick right back up. Right folks, it's 11:45, so I'm going to hit the map. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning folks. It's not supposed to be raining right now, and I don't exactly have a rain cover with me. That rain was coming down like hailstones last night. It kept me up. I can't tell you how much sleep I got, but it wasn't as much as I would have liked. I'm definitely not going to have my coffee this morning, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to it. I think I'm just going to eat a flapjack this morning and feel out how the weather goes. I'm hoping to wait out this rain, but I'm going to have to pack up in about half an hour, so there's only so much waiting I can do. Wow, that rain flies wet. Ooh. I see. My shoes actually have water puddled in them. Oh my god. So much for having 1 feet. Okay. Well, that is a real shame. I am going to be freezing hiking back. Don't make me do it. Do you know what? See, on the hike back, I've got black bags. I'm putting them over my socks before I put my feet anywhere near those shoes. I just cannot be bothered getting wet feet today. Right, I think we've got the only good break from the rain. It's 10 to 8 and the rain was forecast between 7 and 8. The hourly forecast has picked up a tiny drab of rain from 8 to 9 though, so I think it's never never. Right. I forgot I had banana bread. Oh man. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell the cinnamon. There's some electrolytes and magnesium. My black belt at folding stuff away in this tent. Take notes from the pro. Wee baby, there you go. Oh, look at them. They're dripping.
go. That'll keep my feet dry. Well, I've still got some hiking to do, folks. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to the Wild Camping Adam channel on YouTube. I'm Wild Camping Adam, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
I really hope you enjoyed that one. I think my favourite moments from that one were when I just got to sit at the top of the waterfall and look at the river through the middle of the hills and see the little windmill in the distance, and obviously the photos of the rock pools and the surrounding landscape. It was just beautiful, and again it was one of those that felt right. The next trip I did after that was a duo camp. I took one of my mates out on his first trip and we went to Garnock Spout, but because there was 2 of us, we decided to go down to the bottom of the waterfall. And although I do have to add, when we were at the foot of that waterfall, those midges were having a dinner party. At one point the midges were that bad, I was taking photos and I turned round and I seen Zach sat on a rock with his hood on his hoodie, pulled completely tight shut, and his head between his legs. That was kind of the moment that I knew I had to hurry up taking photos and get us out of there. All round, Zach was just brilliant company, and it was a completely different experience to have someone out on a backpacking trip. And don't even get me started on the laughs that we had. That was just a brilliant trip. I'm not going to tell you my favourite moments, just watch the video and enjoy.
Wild Camping Adam here, folks, and in this video I'm taking a beginner on his first wild camp. We're exploring a hidden waterfall, photographing the waterfall and the pools around it, foraging for edible plants, finding a campground for the night and enjoying the peace and quiet. Come and join us for the adventure. Let's see them. We've got some lovely starburst. Wow. We individually sat and unwrapped every single one of them.
Yeah, because I bought them and realised where am I gonna put those wrappers? So like, you know, a Ziploc bag will be alright. It's been sitting in between my stuff, in my pockets. It's just a brick. If that ford ever floods, and that's how we know we're in trouble. I know, and then my sleep mat comes over my head. I shouldn't be. Do you know what it'd be? It'd be the poles.
I know. No tent. Past a lovely guy who was out kind of sightseeing and bird watching, and he said that there's a kestrel nest just round the corner near the spout. I think this is the bit that you can fully see the waterfall from as well. Is that the nest? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I just...
Aye, surely you'd be able to see the nest from here. Sorry, I'm just popping my sleeves up.
I'm gonna try to keep my hands high.
Yeah.
Use my BO towards the map.
Wow.
Ah, rock, just a big, massive...
Wow. That's just... Wow.
Crazy. I don't think the rock face is fully straight down. I feel like it is kind of a slight bit inward. So it was like, I went, oh, like the water is coming off the stone. That's the best way to describe it. The water is coming off the stones at the like.
So it's like spraying.
It's spraying.
I did wonder why it was spraying so much.
Right, we're head up and over then.
Yeah. Do you want to run through the rock pools and then we can skip on out? What we could do is go through the rock pools and go up.
And up. I just realised this must be ag.
Do you want to go to this corner and then make a decision?
Well, but clean up. If you have a good balance of it, you should be alright. Oh, 100.
So there's a gidge in there. Oh my god. Oh, you all good?
Yep, slide a bit more.
Oh,
At least it's only that one that can slide out of all the others.
I know.
Even I thought that was like a natural rock bridge with a waterfall for a second there. I'm not sure if it is, or if it's just a bit of green bush making it look like an archway. But it's actually an archway of rock almost. You got to head up then?
Aye, go for it.
5:10,
Why not?
So I don't know if you want to track back a little bit to go up the grass, or if you just firm it up there.
Let's go for the big rock that we kind of just came past.
It's another split rock.
Is it? Oh wow! Look at that. I always say this in the videos and just in general. It is absolutely crazy that this is on our back door.
Yeah.
Like, this is just on our back doorstep. See the fact that it's in our country?
Yeah.
It definitely has a wee waterfall, that's for sure.
Well, because that's the thing as well, see, we're exploring everything. I always get to a point where it's like, at what point do I call it quits?
Aye.
Because I feel like you could always just keep going and then see another bend and go, oh, what?
And go. Aye.
Like fear of missing out almost.
Yeah, there it is. Oh right, it looks like an archway from a distance, but it's just a little like curved bit. Right. Should we hike down to the bottom?
Yeah, I reckon we go down see the bottom of these spouts. Granite spout.
Aye.
Oh man.
Bird poo. Oh, look at that.
That is just unbelievable.
Oh, and we're going down to the bottom.
Yep.
Cue the struggle. Snack time.
Kind of more gooey, but it's actually alright. It's just like kind of softer carpet.
Oh, can you do it?
Bro, I'm almost there.
The sheep hears it.
Oh no, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Is it still filming?
Yeah.
Right, what way did I turn? That way. That was brilliant. They've started running.
The sheep.
And they're turning to looking where the hell that come from.
There we go.
Hey, well, that's awesome.
I'm being nosy here. I want to get a wee look over the edge of this rock.
Now you can see it from the side. See what I mean? It's like
Oh wow.
That's really. Did you go this bit?
No, the furthest I went was there and then I went back on my path. Wow.
So you see what I mean? It's like off the face. That looks like that's maybe a dry bit. And we might be able to follow the moss. There's kind of like a dryness. Thought crossed my mind when we were walking here as well. I was like, man, we get there and the waterfall's just not.
Yeah, it's dried up.
It's dried up.
Yeah. There's no rain hard enough. Oh, there's a sheep's bone.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the size of that. That's huge. Wow. Anyway, this would be a perfect pocket away for like stormy weather, like wind. Oh.
Well, here we go. This is going to be one of our
Oh my.
Alright.
That was an ankle deep hole.
Holy crap. Are you alive? Are you alright?
Am I alive? Oh my god.
That's lethal.
Is that the split in the rock?
Wait, that's like.
That is deadly. Look. What is that?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
12
actually
inches.
a hole.
Oh my. Don't, 'cause it'll swallow you.
See what you mean? That's actually ridiculous.
That is shocking. Look, and it goes all the way to
Not
there.
that bit's shallow.
That's
but
shallow.
Like,
Look there, they're going this way. Yeah, no, because we'll get a better view over there, won't we?
yeah, I think so. 'Cause that actually blocks your view.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to check on the start list.
Wait, get a look at this, look. Look.
It's a block. New camper disrespects veteran. Pays the ultimate price. We left him.
We left him in the wild to fend for his life.
Look,
These midges are starting to eat us alive. Watch that bit again.
well, that's a tip, yeah, so it.
A tick?
Yeah, see if you look.
Joking?
No, in there. It's scurrying a bit. I saw it.
Oh no, it's a spider.
Is it?
Aye. They're the ones with the big bums. Aye, right there.
See, I thought that was a tick.
See, ticks can range in sizes from like a wee speck to like big.
Yeah,
I thought you actually seen it on the grass there.
kind of hope that we can get down here because there's no way to cross that because it's the other spout. Right, probably best to walk along the rocks.
Why don't we go up on the wee hill and see if we can scout it out. Catching a wee bit of a draft here, which is good. Ah, something spiky. Cheers.
Bit of a thorn.
Ah, just a wee, one of those wee things for the thistles. Cheers. That was the most reassuring uphold. You can see that stuff falls a lot here. This is like really fresh rock. Don't want to get hit by any of that. Oh. Beautiful. How are we getting over that?
You put your hand there. We'll pull up. Beautiful. We're almost there.
Almost. Oh wow. Whoa.
There's like a bit of flat rock there. I'll go do your research, just make sure it's not a big massive hole.
I think they're edible.
Yeah, that's wood sorrel.
That's wood sorrel. Pick some of that and eat it.
Yeah. Have you ever done it before?
No.
Well, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll pick a bunch then, rinse it, try it on your skin first because you can be allergic to it.
Ah, right, okay.
You don't just eat it straight off, but yeah, I'm fairly certain that is wood sorrel.
Yeah, because it's got that kind of heart shape, doesn't
And
it?
it's got the, I think it's the red stems as
Yeah.
well, making you the edible ones.
Right, okay.
Don't quote me on it, but I'll pick some just in case.
Aye.
It's not going to be dangerous to your hands or anything. So yeah, just try to take some and we'll... Sorrel, I
Wood
think.
sorrel.
I know it's something sorrel up here then.
I know.
It's absolutely
The only issue would be heavy metals and chemicals, and there shouldn't be any up there, so like realistic. Oh, the midges are smelling this. Oh, they're swarming.
Oh, I'm getting wet.
That brownish colour in the water, that's like the peat. It's just the dye that goes into the water. Once we filter it, it'll probably be like a lighter brown, but it's still safe to drink. It's clean. Yeah, there you go. So if you hold it by the bag, that's probably the best place to hold it. And then just tip it in. And then if you give the bag like a light squeeze while you're doing it, you look at the difference. All yellow and then it's going proper clear. That's about a litre. Aye, the midges are well aware that they're here.
Yep.
They're well aware.
They've made their presence known.
Yep. There we go. 2 litres. The midges are getting so bad, folks, they're literally swarming us. So we're probably going to head out here. I'll keep my camera on me and get some more shots. Let's get going. We'll cross over. Where? Yeah. Right, let's stick this camera away. An honest review of midges. What's your rating out of 10?
Negative 1 million! I hate them! I hate them! Taste them. It's like actually they were getting in my eyelashes and everything.
Yeah, they're
actually
horrible.
They're trying to get their last laugh. We actually should keep going. I don't think the wind is as soon as they get a chance, as soon as the wind's just away for like
oh no no
no! How did we miss that?
In this video no! No!
In this video,
quitting. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the channel. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, this is rage baiting.
in this video, we had a deadly accident. Rescue us! We're going, no, help! Oh my god.
Sunlight. It's the uphill bits that kill you. I'm guessing that somewhere along here is where we'll be camping. It looks flat, but it looks like it's this stuff. I think we're really going to struggle to get a clear ground here. It's alright. We've split up just right at Markin Spout to try and find a wee bit of decent ground. This seems a little bit sloped, but it seems alright. Right, so we've had a look around Markin Spout and there's about one spot with flat ground, but it just doesn't seem ideal for us. We're going to go up Markin Hill and get a little look at the ground and the mobile service, and then we'll evaluate whether or not we'll camp here or we'll hike back to the windmill. Well, I can say the view's impressive. That's natural cotton. Is it?
Oh, that's it.
Is it?
It's like...
Oh no, it's not. That's really similar though. Flat ground right here. Markin Hill seems to be the campground of choice. We've got decent service, flat ground, or semi-flat ground, and seems like it'll be quite scenic. Right, let's get camp set up. Home for the night. There's a wee ladybug, a third friend. We've got no space. I don't think this tent can fit 3 people. These socks and comfy trousers feel great. I do fancy my dinner though. What about you?
I am ravenous, mate. I can definitely go for some bun.
Really a slab. Can I show the camera? There's the starburst from earlier. So commonly people like spark the striker, but you can knock your fuel, you can knock like your stuff over. So instead I draw the rod away. So you see how there's that blue flame?
Yeah.
And then after a little while, those burner holes will start to fire up and they just burn it way hotter. See those, that's it priming.
Yeah, there we go.
Priming right up.
Overcook the gas.
So, meal time. Pasta in a cup. Oh, second time. Yeah,
What?
people that know more about bear behaviours, but we go. So
Quite a few stars right above us,
yeah,
but obviously there is still kind of light about, and obviously there is some.
it's so good to have a hot meal. Wow. That pasta was smashing. I think we're going to chill out for a bit and then think about going to bed. There's an earwig right there. Right. Banana bread. Sit and try again. I'm out. She was. Oh. Like just look for the weather of, and there's chocolate chips through it. So it's like mega caloric, mega like. Right. Okay, that's not good.
The lid falling out.
Yeah. I'm burning. Oh no. Guys, yep. Just burn. The spoon's out here. The spoon's here. The spoon's here. Come on, Adam. Yep. Wow. Okay. Well, that's how you melt the silicone inside. Well, I thought I was going to be all cool and like drop it and it would stop it. Yep. Will we just eat this with our hands then?
Yeah, I reckon.
No, we'll use our feet. Right, your bit's the one closest to you.
Right, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
It's like crispy.
I'm so rude.
He ate like no crumbs. That was the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. I'm not sure if you can see me, but we have just realised that you can see the Milky Way above us. You can see that kind of space dust stuff. The Big Dipper's out, there's all the other constellations. I'm saying that because I don't remember the names of any of them other than Orion's Belt, but I'm going to take some long exposures on my camera though. Right folks, we've just about gotten fully ready for bed. We'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning folks. Just noticing the hills up there and towards the north actually have some cloud on them. Right, breakfast.
back to the wind.
That's the thing, I cannot believe we seen the Milky Way last night. That was like, that was just the cherry on top. Wow.
I couldn't believe it. It was, you could get a good view by just like peeking out and looking up, but it was when you actually lay down with your head out the tent in the vestibule, and it just completely changed it.
There's some like berries, I don't know if they look very similar to blueberries. I think they might be crowberries. Also, we never tried the wood dorsal.
I know.
They look so much like blueberries. Look, there's even bigger ones. Alright, so it's not a blueberry for sure.
Interesting.
You got to cut straight here and go along there. So how did you find your first camp out?
It was really good. I was so glad that we did get some really good weather as well, going down to the bottom of Gornick Spout.
Oh,
that was so beautiful. At night as well, I would never have thought how rewarding a hot meal was after a walk like that. That just really warmed your belly right up. Yeah, the sleeping as well, I was maybe a little bit worried that I'd be a bit cold at night or whatever, but I was actually sweating, absolutely sweltering. And being able to look out in those stars before bed was just...
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it myself. It was nice to have somebody along for a wee change. I'm going to leave off the video here, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing to the Wild Camping Adam channel on YouTube. I'm Wild Camping Adam, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, coming on to my last favourite trip of the entire year is my second hot tent camp. I didn't think at the start of this year that come winter time I would have a hot tent and I would be out doing hot tent camps. I had absolutely no premonition that that's what would have happened, but that's where we are. Now the important thing is, being in Scotland you have to follow the no trace rules, and through time I learned how to follow them appropriately and properly. While I haven't always been perfect at following the no trace rules, I've always made an effort to follow them as best as I physically can. The important thing is that if you plan on doing any camping in Scotland, you just follow the no trace rules. It makes everything better for everybody, and if you can pack it in,
you can pack it out. The premise of me doing a hot tent camp in Scotland and not burning any deadwoods might seem a bit odd because you obviously need wood to run your stove. I took it upon myself to get a little camping trolley and pack in my logs. That way I'm not burning anything in the environment and it's a win-win really. There's a certain level of peace that comes with the hot tent camps that are very different from the normal backpacking trips. When you do the sort of backpacking trips, your focus is mainly on distance and going sort of farther, but I've found with the hot tent camps that I've done, it's just been about getting out somewhere nice and quiet and just enjoying the peace. For this one, kick your feet up and enjoy the video. In this video, I'm doing some cosy winter hot tent camping. I'm battling my own anxiety and the cold. I'm eating some yummy food, although I might have gotten food poisoning. I'm getting the absolute life scared out of me by animals in the woods. Despite that though, I'm enjoying the peace and quiet and I've had a great adventure. I'm Wild Camping Adam, by the way. Come and join me. Sorry about the foggy sort of camera, folks. I've just had an intermission, a message from the missus, and there's a flood alert today. I'm not sure if that bleeds into tomorrow and that means there's going to be problems tomorrow. Probably it's going to mean that the rivers around here will be higher. I'm going to try and look for a spot that's higher up away from all these rivers and water. Just found a little moose hole and I'm going to be pitching over that, so I don't really want a moose to be ripping at my hair during the night, do I? I'm not sure I can do this tonight. I just feel myself having rising anxiety. I'm getting that same feeling that I've had before when I was at Lochard, and it's that creeping feeling of anxiety and like I'm not supposed to be here. Is it fully rational? I don't really know, but something's not really sitting right. I feel my stomach turning a little bit and my breathing's getting a little bit short and I feel my mind getting a bit foggy. And I've said this a couple of times in the videos and I'll say it again, when you don't feel right and you're not in the right headspace, the best thing to do is to go home. And I think I'm feeling that right now. Despite how I felt, I got myself back out a couple of days later and tried again. I'm back out again, folks. I wasn't really feeling too great this morning, but I thought I'd go for it anyway. Let's try and get back to where we left off last time. This spot's pretty damn perfect actually. It looks perfect, but there's a slope. Oh, damn.
I seem to have lost one of the front screws for my damper. I've got one of them, and then there seems to be a little tiny nut in here as well. I think I'll be able to use this with one screw, but that's really not ideal. I don't know if I've dropped it around here somewhere. I'm gonna get my little seating area made up, and then we'll get this stove on. Oh, this is nice. So because I'm doing a hot tent camp in Scotland, I have to follow the no trace rules, and I have to follow them strictly. So I'm not burning any deadwood out in the woodland floor, and I'm not cutting any deadwood. I've packed in all of my logs and fuel that I need to make this stove work. Granted, that does mean a lot more effort, as you've seen with the trolley, but you do what you can do to protect the environment. Before we do any sort of lighting fires, I'm going to make sure I've got my monoxide detector out. This is also going to give us a really good reading for the temperature in here and how hot it gets. But most importantly, if there's a build-up of monoxide beyond a dangerous point, this will let off a little alarm and let me know. Oh. Oh. It's getting toasty in here already. It's getting warmer by the second in here. Today we're having, you guessed it, pasta and sauce. And I'll maybe put some couscous in with it, I'm not entirely sure. Well, I've just hopped outside the tent for the toilet, and above me is a completely clear night sky. I can see all the stars, it's beautiful. 22 degrees in here. This is genuinely the equivalent of being in your house and having the heating on. Gonna add some of this couscous. It's a Moroccan medley. It's meant to be perfect served with fish. I'll just add it and it'll maybe fatten it up a little bit. Well guys, I've got great news. The couscous was mostly raw, and I found out after eating it that that can cause food poisoning. Can I get a W down in the comments? What's been your best food poisoning moment? What has been the most gratifying food poisoning moment you've had in your life? Oh, I don't want food poisoning. It's like Bacillus cereus. I just read it as bacterial cereal. That's how my brain processed it. I should definitely start a cooking channel. I'll teach you how to speedrun getting food poisoning. Except we won't actually know that we've got food poisoning because I won't know what I'm doing. But if I have a sore, how long will that take to set in then? 30 minutes to a few days after consumption, with most cases showing symptoms within 1 to 3 days. Oh, you can get Salmonella, E. coli. Great! This will be my last video, guys. Do not make baby formula weaker. Use it at its usual strength. That's what the NHS say. I think I should maybe make my baby formula a bit weaker than normal. I have good news. It is unlikely you will get food poisoning from raw uncooked couscous because it is pre-cooked during processing. However, it's a food safety risk to leave cooked couscous out at room temperature for too long, as this can allow Bacillus cereus bacteria to multiply and produce toxins that cause vomiting and diarrhea. Your boy is gonna live. What are we at? 29 degrees. I was gonna have a cup of tea. I always do this, I always bring my cup, but I don't think I brought sugar and I don't really fancy drinking black tea, to be honest, so I'm quite sad about my dinner as well. I'll make up for it though. I've got Haribos, I've got sweeties. Oh, I just remembered. No, I don't care about dinner. I have some good news. I have marshmallows. And this day couldn't get any better. And we have digestives. I'm making s'mores. I need to make a wee stick that I can hold my marshmallows with. I'm listening to Queen right now. This couldn't be much better, could it? I'm in a hot tent. I've got s'mores. Potential food poisoning. That adds a couple of points. I've got a nice comfy mat. Comfy clothes. Right, well, I've made an absolute mess in here, but it'll pay off, believe me. Oh, this is going to be so good. Oh, burning my hand a wee bit. I need to try one before I make the s'mores. Hello. I'm going to try my best to make them nice and golden brown. Oh, it's melting off the stick. It's in my beard. Just that was worth it. God damn. Looks like a tooth. Oh. Okay. Yeah, great. Burnt sugar's always a good thing to have on a hot tent stove, isn't it? We've dropped from 35 degrees to 28. I've also just switched into my comfy socks. The bag I'm using is the Vango Microlight 300. It's a fully recycled bag and it's 3 to 4 seasons. It's got a comfort rating of 1 degree Celsius, so it can get you through moderately cold weather pretty well. I'm gonna get my sleeping bag ready and get in it. Wow, don't have any idea what kind of animal that was. That gave me the absolute fright of my life, wow. Well, I think I gave it more of a fright than it gave me. What is that? I think it's a bird. Sounds dead sad. That might have been an owl, apparently. I'm gonna look up the sounds for it's a tawny owl, a female. I feel like that's a sound I have heard in the woods, maybe, and I've interpreted it as something else. That was really cool though. Anyway, I was in the middle of listening to Radio Gaga when that happened. Right, we're meant to get a low of 3 degrees tonight, so I'll make sure I'm keeping all my layers on. Oh, Unfortunately, because it's going to hit 3 degrees tonight, my mat is not going to be enough. So I'm going to stack my self-inflating mat on top. Right folks, I'm going to head off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning folks. It's 6:10, so I need to get my breakfast and get myself packed up. There's so much condensation in this inner. It's soaked. I woke up at about 3 in the morning last night to my sleeping bag being really damp, and I was getting quite chilly, so I had to put some foot warmers on and a big adhesive body warmer. It's so cold. I'm honestly trying to squeeze every bit of heat I can get out of this sleeping bag. Safe to say, I think it might have gotten below freezing last night because there's some frost on the tent. Especially on the skirt on the outside, but there's actual pieces of frost. Look at this. That's how frosty it is. Aye, just in time for the sunrise, eh? What a reward. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I really hope you enjoyed that video, and if you have watched this far, then thank you so much. You don't know how much you're supporting the channel. I can tell that you're a devoted viewer if you're this far into a 3-hour video. From having no experience to getting where I'm at now is amazing to me. While I haven't climbed Ben Nevis, I haven't climbed any higher than 634 metres. I'm happy with what I've accomplished this year. With the kit that I've had, the experience that I've got, the time that I've had and the difficulties that I've faced, I've really accomplished a lot more than I imagined I would have. I know it's not record breaking, and no, it's not the most fascinating thing in the world, but I'm happy with the consistency that I've had this year and the things that I've done. From having absolutely no idea the kind of kit I needed to take with me, to now I'm able to go out in most environments and find a good campground and understand even just more about the places that I'm going. Just understanding the small little ecosystems and how things work. It's something that you learn through experience, and I've noticed a huge difference in my confidence when I go out, and something that has really stood out to me through that has been the level of anxiety that I've fought through at times. Now, if you're this far into the video, you're most likely one of my core audience members, and you've already watched pretty much all of my videos. You'll know that anxiety is something that I've spoken about quite a lot, and mental health in general has been something that has impacted me and my videos and my life very, very heavily. There have been more times than I can count where I've been out and it hasn't felt right, or I've just not felt well, and when that's happened I've had to listen to myself and turn back, go home, and that's sometimes easier than others. And you know, it's hard to have an internal battle with yourself after that happens. Sometimes you can start to think to yourself if you're really cut out to do it, and whether or not it's right for you to be out there, and you know, are you doing enough, are you trying hard enough, and it sometimes can be a spiral. But I think what this year's taught me more than anything has been resilience is just very important for me. It has felt very, very unfortunate and sad when I've had to pack up my stuff and go home. It's felt like a failure. Through time I've kind of learnt that whenever I do need that, it's important that I follow that and I listen to myself, and unfortunately that means, yeah, maybe I back out of a trip here or there, but the most important thing is that I'm hard enough on myself that I push myself just slightly out of my comfort zone when it's appropriate and safe enough to do so. When I don't feel capable of being outside of that comfort zone within a reasonable measure, I have to listen to that. And I don't know who needs to hear this that's watching this video, but there are certain elements in your life that you should push yourself to do, even if you feel uncomfortable and you feel as though it's difficult. Do it and keep pushing yourself. Push yourself beyond more than you think you're capable. But when things really aren't right and you know you're not supposed to be in that situation, sometimes you have a gut feeling, and when you have that, you do kind of have to listen to it. It's very important that you weigh up what's right for you in the moment and what's best for you, you know. I won't ramble on any longer, but if at any point you feel yourself getting down or as though you're not doing enough, look at what you have done so far, and if it's not entirely what you've wanted to have done, you've done something, and something's better than nothing. And if you've not done anything, then what have you got to lose? Camping's really taught me a lot about my life and how far I can go, and I think it's something that I'm always going to cherish. This next year is going to be a whole nother level in terms of adventures, and I've got a lot of big plans this year, and I'm not going to spoil them for you, but I'm going to go back to Arran and I'm going to conquer Castellaville. I'm determined to stand on the top of that mountain with my camera strapped to my chest and feel the wind, you know. I'm determined to get back out there and accomplish that. It was right under my lip when I was stood on Swade for gas and looking out at the landscape in front of me. I know I can do it, and I'll get back out there. There's going to be a whole lot more hot tent adventures, and I've got a lot of big places that I want to go this year. I want to spend more time up in the mountains during summer and see the stars and spend some nights in bothies and experience more of the beautiful outdoors that I've got in Scotland. And I want to bring you with me. I want to keep making these videos, and I want to see where this really goes. You know, where might the channel go? Where might I go? I don't know. There's some very beautiful landmarks that I want to visit in the coming year, and hopefully come this time next year, the end of 2026, I'll have seen those beautiful places and I'll have more big plans ahead of me. I'm not sure of your situation, but I hope when you watch these videos you take something away from them. Whether it's entertainment, it's fulfilling something in you that you wish you could have done. Just you watching the videos, interacting with them, hitting the like button, you know, all of those things make a massive, massive difference. And in the coming year I'm hoping to visit the Great Glen Viaduct, the Pyramid Cairn in the north of Scotland, and some pretty historical sites throughout the whole of Scotland, and I'm going to revisit Arran more than once. The biggest one though is Ben Nevis. I've got it on my bucket list that by the end of 2026 I'll have spent the night up on Ben Nevis. 2026 is going to be a really big year for the Will Camping Adam channel, and for me as an individual. I just want to thank you all for watching the videos and supporting the channel. Whenever you do watch a video from start to finish and even like it, it helps out the channel a ton, more than you would know. Well folks, this has been 2025. I'm Will Camping Adam, and I hope you have a great Christmas, great holidays, and whenever you're watching this video, I hope life's treating you well. I'm Will Camping Adam, and I'll see you in 2026. Roll the outro.